winter cold. This wind is blowing my mind. There are kids in the street, not enough to eat. Who am I to be blind, pretending not to see their needs? A summer's disregard, a broken bottle top, and a one-man soul. They follow the pattern of the wind, you know, 'cause they got nowhere to go. That's why I want you to know I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways, and no message could have been any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and make a change. Na 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 na.
I've been a victim of a selfish kind of love. It's time that I realize that there's some with no home and not a nickel to loan. Could it be really me pretending that they're not alone? Oh, will it deeply start somebody's broken heart and a washed out dream? They follow the pattern of the wind, you see, because they've got no place to be. And that's why I'm starting with me. I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways, and no message could have been any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and make a change.
I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways, and no message could have been any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and make that change.
Starting with the man in the mirror. Oh yeah,
I'm asking him to change his ways. No message could have been any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and make the change. You gotta get it right while you got the time. 'Cause when you close your head and you close up your mind, look at the man in the mirror. Oh yeah, I'm asking him to change his ways. Change. No message could have been any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and then make that change. Na 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 na. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Na 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 na. Make that change, y'all.
Woohoo! Thank you so much, Josie, Aaron, and all the fabulous music team under the direction of Candy Williams. Woohoo! Yeah. Make that change. Ugh, I love that song. I love that song so much. And how fabulous to think about that in every moment we have the opportunity to make the change, to make the movement, to unleash possibility and leap into prosperity, which is what we've been doing all month, and finding that place within us that thinks of it as possible, that's willing to take the leap. Now, I have to tell you that I am not sure I've ever been out of the center during our pledge program. There was a huge leap of faith and possibility for me to go take CSLDallas and go with Unity of Houston to Japan on this amazing trip. So I really want to thank you, and I want to thank the committee, right? Because that's what it means to trust and to lean into not only universal spirit, but to lean into our community and each other, and the commitment that we have to be in community and to live our spiritual principles and practices together. and truly, truly was extraordinary to be able to do that. And I really want to thank JL and Val once again for the tremendous job that they've been doing, as well as the whole committee. And I love how much it grows us, right, JL? All these things we do, oh my gosh, it grows us in so many ways. So I have to tell you that our trip to Japan was an opportunity for, for a lot of amazing experiences. First of all, can I say wow for the food, wow for the temples, wow for the amazing opportunities we had to meditate in the temples, to do spiritual practice with the monks in various places, and of course to see the beautiful gardens. And then we were down in southern Japan in the islands to see the low mountains and the sea, and just beauty sort of overwhelmingly everywhere. In the midst of ordinary modern life, right? Kyoto, Osaka, Tokyo, teeming metropolitan areas. Tokyo is actually the largest one in the world. I did not know that. On this tiny island, the largest city in the world is in Tokyo. And so somehow marrying this teeming, modern, postmodern world with ancient beauty, ancient wisdom, and having that experience, it was really awesome to see the art, taste the flavors of the food, to see this beautiful beauty in the shrines and temples that was, really extraordinary in different representations and flavors. And it was very interesting to be wandering around with so many other tourists. I have to tell you, the first couple of days, it was packed with people. The temples and shrines we were going to those first couple of days was absolutely packed. And because we are there to experience the experience of it all, there was a fair amount of resistance to this. What are all these people doing here? I'm supposed to be here having my experience. Who let you in? Right? It was pretty amazing. And it was really extraordinary to see tens of hundreds of school kids in big groups walking through these areas, the shrines, the temples, lots of groups of people being guided by guides, lots of things going on. And they were on the move. They were on the move. So was our guide. Walk in, walk in, walk in, navigate the crowds. Oh, there's the Kanan. Oh, how lovely. We'll have a moment. Okay, we got to go now. Get on the bus. Okay, now get off the bus. Now we got to go. Oh, now we're on another shrine. Walk. Not a bench in sight. Walk. Oh, look at the beautiful temple. Wow, that's really cool. Oh, look at the Japanese garden. Oh, get back on the bus. Okay, this is not how Spirit Tours normally operates. We are there to experience the experience. And what was amazing was to watch tens of thousands of people move through these amazing places. And we found ourselves falling into it. Walk, go to there, take the picture. Oh, got the picture. Okay, I can say I've been there. I've been to the Golden Pavilion. I've been to the Silver Pavilion. I've been to the Temple of the Kanan. I've been to the whatever. And I have a picture to prove it. Whew. It was exhausting. And it caused us to reflect as a group. How often are we consuming art, nature, culture, other people's cultures, temples, cathedrals, wherever we go? How often are we simply consuming it? How quickly can we take the bite, feed ourselves, take the picture, and move on to the next one? because, you know, you win if you have the most photographs. And you can say you've listed the coolest places, right? That's how you win the game. It was really fascinating. And our guide did not know what to do with us, because we'd walk into the temple and then everybody would go in their own direction. Oh, wow, I love that statue. What is that? Oh, my gosh. And she'd be like, she'd have her little thing. She'd, Pablo, Japanese guide, and her little thing was Pablo. Thought that was, so we would follow Pablo, sort of. We would follow Pablo into the temple, and then everybody would disperse. And by the second day, she was like, well, if people want to hear what I have to say, they just have to come with me and stand here. Yeah, not so much. That was not happening. She did not know what to do with us. We had a schedule to keep, and she was going to keep us on schedule, get us into the bus at the right time, and off we went. And it was an opportunity. It was an extraordinary opportunity for us to recognize that every moment of every day, especially when we're on a spiritual tour, thinking we're going to have these beautiful experiences, to recognize and remember that wherever we go, there we are. So we bring our resistance along, we bring our frustration along, we bring our, well, this isn't what I expected along, we bring our whatever it is, right? And we kept having to go deeper and deeper into be the change we want to see in the world. Can we be present? Because you know what? You know what the most annoying, absolutely most annoying thing about New Thought and Science Mind is? You do not get to control other people. I know, right? If I could have done spiritual mind treatment and paved the way right through it, I would have. Y'all need to go home. I know you are one with the divine, and my mind says to your mind, it's not a day to come to this temple. Nope. We don't do that, right? So over and over and over again, we got to ask ourselves, am I a tourist in my own life? Am I consuming my own life, or am I a pilgrim? Because when we go on tours, we go on spiritual pilgrimage. Everything is grist for our own spiritual mill, and everything is an opportunity for spiritual practice. Absolutely everything is an opportunity for spiritual practice, right? Spiritual practice isn't just on the meditation cushion. It is everyday life. The traffic, the people, the ones that cut us off or that aren't very nice, or whatever it is, who think, oh, God, more foreign tourists. What are you doing here? All of it. How do we perceive it? How do we take it up? How do we respond to it? And how do we allow it to impact us or impact our experience? This is the daily spiritual practice. Are we going to be who we say we are? Or are we going to fall back into old behaviors, the way we learned how to be in it as children, try to control it, I was one woman, she was really twice in our conversations in the group she was like, my ego is so activated. I mean, she was like through clenched teeth, and really was able to acknowledge how much that was challenging, and then to do the work. We also had an opportunity to really work with our guide and I had no idea. Okay, I'm German. I was learned that if you're 5 minutes early at the door, you are late. Okay, the Japanese, they have the Germans beat by a mile on this rigidity about scheduling and all of this sort of thing, which we had to keep negotiating around. And yet, so many moments of transcendent beauty. And the question is, can we, in the middle of all of that, actually be present? Experience presence. So does the schedule get in the way? Or again, are we willing to be the transcendent being that transcends the experience of the schedule, to be present to what is, to be present to the experience that's available. How often are we so task-driven, so accomplishment-driven, so could I just get to my movie or my game-driven, that we're not present? What an extraordinary opportunity we had to practice. Am I able to be fully present? Right? And therefore, am I present in my own life? Am I able to perceive underneath, behind, and through the stuff that's going on? Am I able to perceive the glimpses of being? Am I able to experience and be open to the profound peace we found in some of these places, to the extraordinary experience of love that we experienced in some of the temples and with each other as we were maneuvering all of this? Are we available to it? In the middle of it all, right? In the middle of whatever is going on. This was such an extraordinary adventure of what it means to actually be spiritual pilgrims and to be who we wanted to be in the moment. It did help that as we moved away from the big cities, it slowed down some, and we had some really extraordinary moments. But I don't know about you, but, I don't know where you live online, but we live here in Dallas. We live in a big metropolitan area. Nature isn't always as easy to come by, right? And if we assume that the only way we can find the divine is in nature, which I did when I first got into New Thought and Science of Mind, we're in trouble. Because sometimes it's a little harder to get to. It's a great place to start, don't get me wrong. I'm hugely fed by that kind of experience of oneness, and I can feel the ground of being. We had a moment in one of the hordes of people going through the this shrine that was all the vermilion gates, and we were kind of hemmed in by these gates, and it goes on and on and on and on, and there are a lot of people. So there's so many people, you can only go one way, up one way and down the other. And there was a moment where there was a break, and there was a path going into the woods, and my body just peeled off. It's like, okay, I guess I'm going over here, and I thought, I don't know how much time I have, but I'm going to take this little path, and I'm going to see where it goes. And, I think I told one person, hey, I'll meet you later. And I just was sucked into the trees, these amazing, amazing trees, gorgeous, big, huge. And I didn't get more than, 30 feet down the path, and there she was, the matriarch. All of her big branches had been broken off, and yet there she was growing. And she had this, I started here around her trunk. And she had this roots, because the soil is so thin and there's so much stone, and she had these beautiful roots and it was just an invitation. And so I sat in this perfect moment, and I just breathed it in. And then I noticed that she had made me a lounge seat, and I laid back in this beautiful, perfect lounge on her lap and looked at the trees. Those moments are everywhere. Those moments are everywhere. If we will listen and follow and not be afraid to break through this is the way that I have to go because of the schedule. This is what we said we were going to do, whatever it is. And of course, I'm one of the tour leaders, so I'm supposed to be following the rules. But those moments are everywhere, right? And so, but I also had those moments in other places. That was a really feeding moment for me. And those are the ones we also want to look for. We do need to be, our heart, our soul, our very being needs to be fed by those moments that remind us of the truth of being. And when we say it's all love, the answer is only love. It isn't because we love each other. It isn't just because we're one human family. It is because the very ground of being is love itself. And it is that which nurtures the trees. And life of all kinds and sorts. And so that love is what calls us and draws us and mirrors back to us who we really are. We're not broken. We're not traumatized at the core of our being. There's nothing that needs to be fixed. In those moments, we actually remember. We remember who we are, that we have as much right and need to be present as that beautiful tree, as every child, as any star in the sky. Everywhere, love is presencing itself to us, and we get to leap into that. For me, that is the ultimate experience of the abundance and prosperity of the universe, is to leap into its arms, to lie in its lap in as many ways as we can imagine. So are we consuming spirituality or experiencing it? We had a beautiful Day of the Dead ceremony here yesterday, and 30 or so people. It was so moving. We got tattoos. It says it's temporary, but boy, are they hard to get off. As they are, right? So we learned. And we made and wrote, and then we spoke and shared that love that we have been gifted with through others, that we have learned from others. Are we consuming our spirituality, running from fad to fad, person to person, YouTube video to TikTok to this to that? Or are we experiencing it? Right, that's why community is so important. That's why what we do here at CSLDallas and in the temples and in the synagogues and in the churches and in the places where spiritual community is built and grown. That's why it's so important, because what we do here collectively together is we seek to experience it. William James calls it first-hand religion. Today it's called being spiritual, not religious, right? Being religious is to follow some other guidance or to do it a certain way. First-hand religion is to experience the presence and to experience ourselves as that presence. And so I invite you not only to unleash possibility, leap into the prosperity of money, but I invite you to leap into the prosperity of community. There's something about being involved, engaged, participating, as we did when we got to the temples, where we actually were able to sit, actually were able to meditate with the monks, actually were able to be in the experience of it. Something shifted so deep. That's what we're doing here at CSLDallas. And when you support that with your financial support, your volunteering, your presence, your engagement, I promise you, there's so much deepening and spiritual growth available. There's so much in that long-term commitment to presence, to being present. to being in community. And for those of you online who can't be here in DFW, we're constantly looking for ways for you to be engaged and participate and not just consume it, but to be engaged with it, to experience it. Because it is in the experience that we truly discover the presence of love, the presence of life itself. So we're going to invite our music team back up here to sing us a beautiful song about this.
Song about it's the best thing. You can't go wrong with love. Peace our shelter now and always. Love before and after. Love, be encouraged. It'll see you through. It's the best thing you can't go wrong with, 'cause it's eternal. No end, so stand on up for love. Unconditional love is our shelter now and always, before and after. Love is our shelter. It'll see us through. It's the best thing, you can't go wrong with it, 'cause it's eternal. It has no end, so stand on up for love. Unconditional love is our shelter now and always, before and after. Love, mother, there's far too many of you crying. Brother, too many of you dying. Oh, we've got to find a way to bring some loving here today. Yeah, Father, there's no need to escalate, 'cause war is not the answer. Brother, everybody thinks It'll see you through. It's the best thing. Hey, you can't go wrong with it, 'cause it's eternal and it has no end. So stand on up for love. Unconditional love is our shelter now and always. Before and after love, love. Be encouraged. It'll see you through. Be encouraged. It'll see you through. Love, love, love.
Just stay up here. It's going to be short. Yes, fabulous. So just a few more things to talk about. We are starting to be a force for good in the world as our topic for November. And that was an amazing representation of what that means. We are not afraid of being a force for good in the world because we know what our force is and where it comes from, right? Comes from love, truth, and a deep commitment to be spiritual beings in this world no matter what. And to call it forth, to call it out of situations, to call it up into all of the ways and places where it's needed, all of the challenges that we face, right, is to see it, perceive that behind all of that is a cry for humanity's well-being and its spiritual awakening. Thank you. And we're here to be that, right? We're here to be that presence, to be that within our own lives, to find ways to be that in our families, in corporations, in our workplaces, in the world, all of the ways when we say it's hard, it's challenging. What about those people? Yeah, it's like all those tourists in the temple, right? It's not a whole lot different. I want to tell you that I've been rewatching. I don't know why I say these things out loud. I'm exposing myself. I've been rewatching Star Trek: The Next Generation. I'm on season 5. I've been enjoying it. I loved it the first time. I love it even more now. The ideas and the challenges that they explore in almost every one of those episodes are the ones we're facing today. Prejudice, discrimination, environmental issues. What does it mean to really value difference? What does it mean to not try to change the other to look like or act like or be like us? What does it mean to explore our own psyche and how that is creating and manifesting over and over again? It's extraordinary to see it with those eyes and to really see the incredible commitment there is to integrity, ethics, and to stand on the principles that create a world that works for everyone. It's really astonishing. And it requires standing on those principles, even when it doesn't feel good, even when it feels hard, even when our humanity would want us to take care of something or to make it okay or to put our head in the sand. Over and over and over again, I have been astonished with the opportunities that this show is taking to explore And I remember watching it in the 90s thinking, yes, that's our trajectory. We're on the way. I think we need to be reminded what our trajectory is. I think we all need to work to imagine what a world that works for everyone and lives that work for us inside that world that works for all, not just everyone, not just every people, we should say for all beings everywhere. That includes every being on the planet. And not just fantasize utopia. Because I'm as guilty of that as the next person. And watching the show has reminded me, a world that works for everyone and works for me is not utopia. It's actually something that we have to work towards, work for. I'm constantly asking myself, from where am I speaking? From what am I moving? From what principle am I standing on from which I can make a decision, speak, act, work in the world? From my insides. That's where it starts. We have to be the change. We can't wait for someone else to be kind. We can't wait for someone else to be conscious. We can't wait for somebody else to change the rules. Make it be different. It starts with us standing on our spiritual truth, on and move from that deep place of love. Does that mean we're a doormat? No. This is a force for good. It's not a whatever for good. Right? How necessary it is not to attach our problems to the divine mind, but to unite the divine mind with the answer to the problems. For there is a vast difference. How necessary it is not to attach our problems to the divine mind. Well, that's just the way it is. That's attaching our problems to the divine mind, to eternity. That's just the way it is. But to unite the divine mind, the principles and truths that we know with the answers, or as the answers to the problems. For this is the difference. Where are we standing? Principles have no problems. Love, law of cause and effect, spiritual truth. Principle is not bound by precedent. It is done unto you as you believe. What you sow, you shall reap. None of these things have problems. They're just truths. Do you see? And therefore, in a sense, we subject our finite problems to the infinite intelligence. We apply infinite intelligence to our finite problems. We expect that there's an answer. We expect that the universal law and principle knows how to unfold this. We expect the divine love that is the truth of every being and every person to ultimately be revealed. We expect that. We stand in that place. We move from that place. We perceive from that place. In actual practice, this means that we rearrange our thinking in such a way that we permit new ideas to flow in. The ideas, fears, and tensions that obstructed the flow are then released. The stream flows free again. It is in this sense that infinite being, infinite love is the answer to every human problem. Yeah. And so we participate, we engage. Right now, we vote. If you don't have your CSLDallas Voters Guide, it's right out there in Brong Lounge, along with the League of Women Voters Guide, if you have not yet voted Tuesday, if you had forgotten. Yeah. Find your place to stand and live from. It can't be fear, judgment, or apathy, but to act and speak and expect from spiritual reality and from being. Ernest Holmes writes this: there is an inner life into which we may plunge, an inner consciousness in which we may bathe. As water purifies itself by flowing, so our inner realization of the flow of life through us purifies the stagnant pools of our fears and doubts. Travelers crossing the desert covered with dust and filled with weariness seek the refreshment of an oasis, the shelter of a rock in a weary land, the cool shade under a spreading palm. So we, with a mind weary with confusion and exhausted with too much effort, should seek a spiritual oasis, an inner communion with this invisible presence, this infinite being of love. And when we are that, then we are a force for good, always for good, and only for good.
There's a new territory that I never saw before. It's a fire of transformation burning through my core, shining in the darkness. I can see the light of day, and this new territory is my strength and it is my way. Yes, this new territory is my strength, so let us pray. And I pray that you will see the best of life, the best of love, the very best of everything. And I pray that you will see the best of life, the best of love, the very best of everything. Wake up and see the best of life, that we never saw before. It's like a fire transformation, and it's burning through our core, shining in the darkness. Can you see the light of day? And this new territory, it is our strength and it is our way. Oh, I pray this new territory is our strength. Yes, it is my way. Oh, I pray that you will see the best of life, the best of love, the very best of everything.
Oh, man. Let's bring our greeters up here to the front. This is the time in the celebration when we really make good on the pledges and our commitments to support the center. But what better place to support than CSL Dallas? Beautiful music, beautiful message, and remember what CSL stands for, Center for Spiritual Living. It's not Center for Spiritual Sunday. It's about living. So thank you for the message, Dr. Petra. And let's give generously in support of CSL Dallas. Activating the law of giving and receiving, let us say our abundance affirmation together. I live in the quiet and joyous expectation of good. Abundance is manifest in everything I do. I know CSL Dallas and our community are prospering. We are grateful for all avenues of abundance that flow into our center and from us to our world. And so it is. Thank you so much. There are many ways to give. There's text giving, PayPal, auto tithe, or you can save CSL Dallas a credit card fee and put a check or cash in the mail or in the baskets that are being passed around. Pick the way that works best for you. Okay. Wrapping up a few things that you need to know about that are coming up. Do you sometimes find yourself dreading or avoiding conflict? No matter where we go or wherever we're engaged with other people, conflict can arise. And along with conflict comes inevitable miscommunication. Yet there is a whole new way to understand conflict, to engage with others with passion and respect and communicate with clarity and compassion. Too many of us respond to conflict as we learned maybe as a child at home. We can easily respond in ways that are out of alignment with who we really want to be. We end up communicating from some inner child or a teenager we really don't mean to. But we don't have to continue to do it this way. Join Dr. Petra. Learn how to deal with conflict and communication in a whole new way by attending this hybrid workshop. It'll be November 17th. It's from 1 to 3:30 p.m. You can register by going on the events page at CSLDallas.org. Also now, here we are in November, so it's Thanksgiving this month, and we're having Thanksgiving at CSL Dallas. We invite you to our annual celebration of community and gratitude. It starts at 11 a.m. on Thanksgiving Day, 11 a.m. Central Time, with a special celebration that's followed by a community potluck at noon. We're also looking for volunteers to help out with the Thanksgiving food and preparation team. So if you're ready to help, sign up in Barong Lounge after celebration today. Also after today's celebration, please enjoy the Day of the Dead, or Dia de los Muertos Ofrende, the altar that was created yesterday in Barong Lounge, with everyone who joined in the moving and joy-filled ritual. You too can add your celebration with a note for and about your loved one who has already crossed over. You'll find cards to add to the altar and a tall table near the altar. Write the names of the persons, the things you love most and remember about them, and then sign your own name. And everybody's invited to enjoy this. Enjoy the traditional sweets and drinks in the gathering space. And as always, after celebration today, our spiritual coaches are available for your spiritual support, either in person, located in Barong Lounge. Look for one of our spiritual coaches to direct you where to go next. Or online via Zoom, we're hooking you up with with a link in the chat box right now. All right, that's it. You can always see everything about CSL Dallas on our website, CSLDallas.org. Go there every day and see what's happening. We love being in community with you, so now please join me in standing as we sing our celebration to a close with this fabulous CSL Dallas music team.